Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you the best raid builds to farm 7-star Hisuian Typhlosion. Before we jump into the builds, let's talk about what we can expect from Hisuian Typhlosion so we can plan around it. Hisuian Typhlosion will be fire tera type, so its eruptions, overheats, etc. will be hitting really hard. So we want to make sure we resist fire or have a way to decrease its damage, like really hard. If you do not resist fire, you're likely to get one shot by a fire tera boosted fire attack, even if it's just neutral damage. It'll have its hidden ability Frisk, which is irrelevant in terms of raiding. In my opinion, the biggest gimmick for this raid will be spreading burn statuses to proc its signature move Infernal Parade's secondary effect. Infernal Parade will deal double damage if you are statused. So I'd be prepared for Will-O-Wisp spam to spread burns, or moves like Lava Plume, which has a 30% chance to burn, or Inferno, which is a 100 base power fire move that has a 100% chance to burn. To round out its moveset, I could see a turn 0 Eruption or Overheat. For coverage moves, I think you should be prepared for the combination of Sunny Day and Solar Beam to hit our water types for super effective damage. Even though Hisuian Typhlosion is a special attacker, I can see a physical ground type move like Earthquake, because 7-star Jetonian Typhlosion hit Earthquake, and it's also mainly a special attacker, so don't completely rule out physical moves. For status moves, we should prepare for Calm Mind setup, and I think Spite could be a fun gimmick for this raid because it lessens your PP, so make sure you get your PP max just in case. With all that said, let's jump into my top 10 best Hisuian Typhlosion raid counters. The list will have damagers, supporters, and all-rounders, so depending if you're a solo player or an online player, I can guarantee there will be a few builds that catch your eye. Number 10. Snorlax. Snorlax has a few promising answers for Hisuian Typhlosion, but there's a reason why it's at the bottom of our list. It's a tad gimmicky and doesn't seem consistent. One of the reasons I like Snorlax is its ability Thick Fat, which lessens fire type damage, so it gives you an innate resistance to fire type attacks. Even though we are immune to ghost type Infernal Parades, we are very vulnerable to burns because Snorlax is a physical attacker, but we can cure our burns with the use of our Lumberry and Recycle. Recycle resets your berry, so you'll be able to cure your burns the whole raid without the need of heal cheers. For additional moves, we can use Belly Drum to increase our attack power and Screech to lower Typhlosion's defense, so we can hit hard with super effective Earthquake. For this build, we are the Adamant Nature with max HP and max attack. I'm a bit iffy about this build because we don't have reliable recovery and we'll have to rely on heal cheers, so that's why it's in last place. Weirdly enough, I think a supportive Snorlax could work really well in this raid with a Careful Nature with max HP and max special defense, with a Thick Fat ability and moves like Helping Hand, Mud Slap, Screech, and Body Slam, so you can fish for those 30% paralysis through the shield. Or you could even add in Rain Dance to lessen the damage from fire type attacks. Typhlosion does get access to Focus Blast, so if it has Focus Blast, I do not recommend Snorlax. Number 9. Gyarados. Gyarados doesn't seem like the best attacker for this raid because it doesn't have any good setup moves to buff itself, but it does have good utility as a supporter. For its item, you can use a passive recovery item like a berry, leftovers, or even the Damp Rock. For ability, I recommend Intimidate because its other ability Moxie will not work in a raid. For nature and EVs, I recommend a Calm Nature or an Adamant Nature with max HP and max special defense. For the moveset, we want Rain Dance. Rain Dance will be super good for this raid because it'll decrease the damage of fire type attacks by 50% for you and your teammates. And Rain Dance can prevent any Sunny Day plus Solar Beam shenanigans. And if you plan on running the Damp Rock item, it'll extend the rain to last for 8 turns rather than the standard 5 turns. Taunt may be useful to prevent any Calm Minds, Will-O-Wisps, and or Sunny Days. We saw how valuable Taunt was for 7-star Hisuian Decidueye, so don't sleep on this move. Just remember, Taunt will not work through shields. Helping Hand to help your damagers deal even more damage, and you can run a super effective Waterfall to deal some decent damage yourself. Number 8. Toxapex. Toxapex is a super bulky Pokemon with the majority of its stats in its defenses, so don't expect to deal big damage with Toxapex, but you can still be a really good supporter. Don't worry, if you're looking for damagers, they're at the top of this list, frankly because they're just better than the ones at the bottom of the list. should make sense. The Pokemon get better as we go up the list. So the list won't just be support options. Just want to make that clear. Anyways, for Toxapex, for item, I recommend the Shell Bell for recovery. For its item, you can have Merciless. Its other abilities, Limber and Regenerator, are irrelevant for this raid, so Merciless may be your best bet. You want the Calm Nature with max HP and max special defense, or you could run max special attack and max special defense to increase your damage output. For moves, you want Rain Dance, you want Acid Spray to lower Typhlosion's special defense, Surf is your damaging super effective water stab attack, and you could try something like Toxic because with your ability Merciless, all of your Surfs will crit when Typhlosion is poisoned. Watch out if Typhlosion has a super effective ground type move like Earthquake though when using Toxapex. Number 7, Walking Wake. Walking Wake will be really good because it excels in harsh sunlight and during the rain with its ability Photosynthesis. Your special attack stat will increase if Typhlosion uses Sunny Day. And your signature move, Water-type Hydro Steam, deals increased damage in harsh sunlight, so you can use Typhlosion's Sunny Day against itself. To round out your moveset, you can run Snarl to decrease Typhlosion's special attack, Rain Dance because, again, you want to utilize rain to lessen Typhlosion's Fire-type attacks, and your last move could be something like Scald. Unfortunately, Walking Awake doesn't have any good buffing moves, and its moveset is somewhat limited, so I'm filling that last slot out with Scald, but you can use any fourth move you'd like. Number 6, Umbreon. Umbreon is a great debuffing supporter for this raid because of its really high HP and special defense stats, and with its dark typing making it a great counter to Typhlosion. If you're familiar with raiding, you're most likely already familiar with Umbreon, so I'll make this entry quick. You want the Wide Lens item to increase the accuracy of your moves like Screech and Snarl. For Nature and EVs, you want to be the Calm Nature with max HP and max special defense. Even if Typhlosion has Focus Blast, when you're max bulkiness, you should live multiple Focus Blasts. For moves, you want to have Screech to assist your physical attackers, Fake Tears to assist your special attacking teammates, Snarl to lower Typhlosion's damage output, and your fourth move can be Light Screen to further lessen the damage from Typhlosion's special attacks. Could be Helping Hand to help your damagers deal even more damage, or you could run Rain Dance to prevent Sunny Day shenanigans. Good luck fitting 4 moves on this Umbreon build. Number 5, Goodra. I'm so excited for this entry. Goodra is another Pokemon with a super high special defense, so it's a natural counter to Typhlosion's strong special attacks. For item, I recommend the Shell Bell for recovery. For ability, you want Hydration, which will cure your burns in the rain, so you won't have to rely on Heal Cheers to cure your burns. And again, burns can be really bad because it doubles the damage of Typhlosion's Infernal Parades, so the Hydration ability will be super helpful. For Nature and EVs, you can run a Modest or Calm Nature with max special attack and max special defense. For moves, you want Acid Spray to lower Typhlosion's special defense stat, Rain Dance to lessen the damage from your fire type attacks, and also to proc your hydration ability. You can run Life Dew to heal you and your teammates, and a super effective Surf, which will deal increased damage in the rain. Number 4, Kyogre. Kyogre seems to be a natural counter to Typhlosion because of its Drizzle ability, summoning the rain as soon as the raid starts. So if Typhlosion does a turn 0 eruption or overheat, you can guarantee you and your teammates will survive. If Typhlosion uses Sunny Day to overwrite your rain, you want to run Rain Dance to manually set up the rain yourself. For the rest of the moveset, you want Water Spout as your strong water type attack. Just keep in mind that the less HP you have, the less damage Water Spout will deal. So once you're at about 50% to 75% HP, you want to use Origin Pulse as your go-to attack to deal the most optimal damage. And your last move is Calm Mind to buff your damage and your defenses. For Nature and EVs, you want to be the Modest Nature with max special attack and max special defense. And for item, you want the Shell Bell for recovery. Before we jump into my top 3, if you're liking the content, if you could give me a like and subscribe to help me out in my battle against the 7-star YouTube algorithm, I'd greatly appreciate the helping hand buff. Only 14% of my viewers are subscribers, so if you can raise that by 1%, I'll cosplay as Sonya. Alright, number 3, Cresselia. Cresselia will be our last supporter on this list, and in my opinion, it's the best supporter. And let me tell you why. But wait, it's a Psychic type that's weak to the Ghost type Typhlosion? Give me a chance, let me cook. For item, you want a passive recovery item like a berry or leftovers, or you could even run the Light Clay item. For Nature and EVs, you want to be the Calm Nature with max HP and max special defense. For moves, you want to have Rain Dance, Light Screen to lessen special attack damage by half, and with the Light Clay item, you can extend your Light Screen to last for 8 turns rather than the standard 5. So even though you're weak to Ghost type attacks, you can just see how bulky Cresselia is. and that's not even accounting for any snarls that your teammates may use. To round out your moveset, I recommend Safeguard to prevent any burns from you and your teammates, and your last move is Cresselia's signature move, Lunar Blessing. Lunar Blessing provides life dew healing to you and your teammates and cures all of your status conditions. So if Typhlosion is spamming Will-O-Wisp, you can cure your teammates' burns with Lunar Blessing and don't have to rely on heal cheers. Cresselia is the only cleric in Scarlet and Violet, and this is the perfect raid for a cleric to shine. Cresselia has a really great move pool. It has access to additional moves such as Helping Hand or even Mud Slap, so pick whichever 4 moves you prefer. But I'm walking into 7-star Typhlosion with these 4 moves on screen. Number 2, Manaphy. Manaphy will be a great option for Typhlosion, but I understand not everyone has access to Manaphy, but don't worry, because our number 1 entry is a Pokemon that anyone can get. You want the Shell Bell item for recovery, the modest nature with max HP and max special attack. Your ability is Hydration, so similar to Goodra, you can cure your burns in the rain. So to optimize your ability, we want to run Rain Dance. Tail Glow is your buffing move. For those who don't know, Tail Glow raises your special attack by 3 stages in 1 turn. It's freaking OP. You can have max special attack in just 2 turns. You want Fake Tears to debuff Typhlosion special defense, and a strong special water stab attack like Surf or Scald. And number 1, Azumarill. For its item, you want to run the Shell Bell for recovery. For nature and EVs, I recommend the Adamant Nature with max HP and max attack. For ability, you want Huge Power, which doubles your physical attack. For moves, I recommend Belly Drum to go +6 in 1 turn. Liquidation is your strong, super effective physical water stab attack, and most importantly, you want Misty Terrain. Misty Terrain prevents any status conditions from occurring for 5 turns, and something like a Will-O-Wisp burn would neuter your damage output because the burn status cuts your physical damage by half. So Misty Terrain will prevent you from being burnt, which is huge. The Will-O-Wisp burn is Azumarill's biggest kryptonite, so Misty Terrain will prevent the burns from occurring. And your last move can be Rain Dance to further increase the damage from your water type attacks while preventing Typhlosion from using Sunny Day Solar Beam shenanigans on you. So those were my top 10 Hisuian Typhlosion counters. To give you all some ideas when you're preparing for the 7-star raid this upcoming weekend, I'd organize my list into these categories. For supporters, we have Snorlax, Gyarados, Umbreon, and Cresselia. For all-rounders, which are Pokemon that can support and damage on the same moveset, I have Toxapex and Goodra, and your big carry damagers are Walking Wake, Kyogre, Manaphy, and Azumarill. Just keep in mind these recommendations are speculative at the moment. The raid is not out yet, so we have no idea what the turn 0 move will be, how early it'll put up the shield, or its moveset, etc. Regardless, I want to present 10 Pokemon who seemed super promising for this raid regardless of all those factors. And also, it's important to note, in terms of supporting mods, there are potentially a lot more viable options like Grimmsnarl or Eviolite Clefairy. But I didn't want to fill the list with too many supporters. I will post an updated raid builds and a solo raid guide after the raid is live once we know everything about the raid. Just wanted to say thank you for all the massive support you guys have been giving the videos lately. I started this channel 3 months ago, and today we're almost at 800 subscribers. Just wow. You all are amazing. With that said, thank you again, and see ya!